So if you think 90% sure that this is not coming from here, you believe this because you don't think that the proper science in order to achieve these kind of results is being done by the people that you believe are capable of doing it?
Hello guys, welcome to this video. So in this video we have Joe Rogan talking with Eric Weinstein. Okay, Eric Weinstein is an American podcast host and a managing director of TL Capital. Okay, so they are talking about aliens. Okay, do you know or you believe that we have aliens here? And what did you think? Okay, that what did you know about the 350 new UFOs reports, okay, that the United States government have received? Okay, so do you believe that we have aliens? So what did you know, what did you think about this? Okay, so in this video we have Joe Rogan, okay, and Eric Weinstein that explain exactly what they know and what they think about UFOs. So if you really enjoy this kind of content, make sure you watch this video until the end, and don't forget to smash the like button, subscribe, and comment down below what do you think about this video.
I get occasionally called by somebody from inside, and what I think they're doing, first of all, one, we may be faking a UFO situation for reasons that I don't understand.
If we are faking a UFO situation, do you think that there's technology that's available to people in the United States that is beyond our current understanding of what's possible?
90% no.
90% no.
Because
Wow.
it's very hard. It's very hard to imagine physicists continuing to work on nothing for their entire careers. The number of people who are going to be retiring shortly, having never actually done physics as a physicist. We're talking about wasted lives. People are going to be very weird when they realize that they blew their entire career. And I believe I can say what many of these problems are. And if you want to humiliate me at a leading university, just ask me to talk. You can put it on video. You don't realize how many things the standard model has subtly wrong when we explain it to people. It's not that the Lagrangian is wrong, not that the rules are wrong, but we say wrong stuff. We say, like, there are three generations that are only of matter that are only distinguished by mass. In other words, there's three copies of this stuff here. This is like the wood version, and then there's the plastic version, and then there's the metal version. There aren't three, there are two generations plus an extra imposter generation, which looks like a generation. I mean, I can get into these things. And that should be a provocation. Somebody says, let's call this guy up, have him out, and figure out what he's talking about. Doesn't matter. I don't think we're doing physics.
What do you think they're doing?
I think we are playing paintball rather than going to war, and we're giving prizes for generals who command the best paintball army. And then we're referencing everyone else who's actually trying to figure out how to fight to, well, have you submitted to the paintball competition? It's like, no, I don't want to do paintball. I understand that it keeps your skills up. I understand that some of them are transferable. But I mean, like, you've been in street fights?
Not since I was a teenager.
Yeah, well, I understand. Like, I haven't been for a long time. It's different than what you guys do in Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu. There's lots of stuff you're not allowed to do.
Yeah.
Right. You get in a street fight, it's a completely different thing.
Sure.
What we're doing is not physics in the same sense.
So what they're doing is we're
doing safe stuff.
exercising.
Yeah, exactly.
They're exercising.
And the exercises are keeping people limber. They're keeping people in a fighting mentality. It's not that Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu has nothing to do with fighting. We've seen people use it in the street for sure, right? But small joint manipulation is part of street fighting. Eye gouging is part of street fighting. Pulling a knife is part of street fighting. These things are not part of any reputable gym that you might go to. So I want to do the thing that isn't paintball. And I didn't want to do it up until recently because the danger of unleashing a neutron on the world is so high. Now I realize I'm done with that. You guys are willing to play footsies with Putin? You're not going to survive. You're not the responsible adults I thought you were. Like, if I unleash a neutron and it leads to some sort of proliferation of deadly technology, it's on you. It's not on me. You're already taking risks that you shouldn't be taking.
So if you think 90% sure that this is not coming from here. You believe this because you don't think that the proper science in order to achieve these kind of results is being done by the people that you believe are capable of doing it?
That is correct. I know that, for example, when I talk to Nima, or when I talk to Juan Maldacena, or when I've talked to Natty Seiberg, these people are absolutely brilliant, and they don't know the answer unless they're the greatest actors I've ever seen.
So the most brilliant physicists are looking at these supposed videos. What is the best, most compelling?
Sorry, that's UFO stuff.
What are you talking about then?
They're not talking about things that can extend Einstein.
Right.
Therefore, to get back to your technology question, might have engineering applications, because it's the engineering applications that are terrifying.
Right.
The discovery of the neutron was one thing. The Teller-Ulam design was its weaponization. So suddenly, you can do the Tsar bomb or Castle Bravo, these unbelievable explosions, which, like, the difference between there were Civil War veterans who saw action in the Civil War who lived to see Ivy Mike in the Pacific. So the Civil War was almost a thermonuclear war in terms of human scale. It's less than 100 years different. People have forgotten how terrifying, important, wonderful, jaw-dropping, and awesome physics is, because it hasn't done anything that completely screws your mind.
Like Hiroshima or Nagasaki.
Or Castle Bravo.
What's Castle Bravo?
That was the test in the Pacific where we thought it was going to be like controlled and or what is it, Starfish, where we did an atmospheric explosion over Hawaii, and then the Russians hold my beer, Nova Zemlya.
Yeah.
We remember, I'm the guy 5 years ago who was saying we need above ground nuclear tests because all you people have lost your fear. Like, yes, Eric is crazy, but he's correct.
What's this one? That's Castle Bravo.
Oh, shit.
My God.
Right.
So they detonated in that facility, and they expected it to be far smaller than it was?
They detonated in the Pacific.
Right. But it's right next to that facility that was in the video.
Yeah.
Was that the facility that was initially filmed? Like,
yeah.
What is this facility?
That's it. It was Inawak, I forget, Atoll. So,
it's crazy how long ago that was and how close it was to the Civil War, if you really put it in that context.
Well, this is what I'm trying to say, is what I'm trying to tell you.
Look at that. That's so insane.
Have you done this in Oculus?
No, I have not.
I highly recommend. If they're not going to let us do a nuke above ground so that we can save ourselves by fear.
Look at that.
Right, this is religious stuff, Joe.
Yeah, it is religious.
Like
stuff.
we have announced, if somebody is listening to these tests that we did, my belief is very shortly before you get the ability to traverse the cosmos, if that is possible, you let off a nuke. Right? It's like you've had kids. There's some stuff that happens right before they figure out how to break out of the crib.
That's part of UFO folklore,
I know.
too. Fat Man and Little Boy. That's a big part of UFO. That once they dropped those, that's when all the UFOs started appearing.
So the question is, the analogy I give. So I talked to Avi about the following thing. I am a fan of something I call the doubly scientific method. The usual scientific method makes a hidden assumption that it never voices, which is, if we're going to study orcas, we assume that we are smarter than orcas. Or if we're going to study cephalopods, right, like an octopus, we think we're smarter. And what do? We disguise ourselves. We create artificial environments. We do all sorts of crazy things based on the fact that we're smarter than what we study, from everything from rocks to orcas.
Okay guys, so thanks for watching the video until here. This is the end of the video. I hope you are enjoying this video, and I don't know what you think about this UFOs information. So if you really enjoy and you think that we have UFOs here, so comment down below. If you believe that we have aliens, comment down below, and smash the like button. Don't forget to subscribe, and I will see you in the next video.